Hello friends, this is Chuk part 2. Let's start. Beta, in Chuk chapter part 1, we have studied about the Chuk, that how is the Chuk that looks so beautiful, red, strong wheel, strong headlight, and she become very proudy because everybody praised about Chuk train, and then a rich man purchased it. And what happened when the rich man purchased it? Then what happened? He gave to his grandson, and when the grandson put Chuk into the basket, that no one talked. She didn't want to talk to anyone. So let's read after that. What happened? Then one day, the friends of that boy came to play with the Chuk, and what happened? See. One evening, Rahul's friend Atul and Mohan come to play with Chuk, and what happened? They made it run many times round the garden. Chuk started feeling tired and sleepy. What happened when they want to play? They wanted to play, but they make it play like anything, and the Chuk became very tired and sleepy. Then it was time for the boys to go home. Atul accidentally, by chance, not willingly, kicked. Whom he kicked? Chuk. Bing bong bong, Chuk went flying into a bush. And what happened? The Chuk went flying into a bush. That means Chuk fell down into a bush and green grass. Its its powerful headlights fell off, and there were deep scratches all over its body. And the Chuk got scratches on its body. Then Rahul said goodbye to his friends and went inside his house. He forgot all about Chuk. Soon it became dark. Poor Chuk was alone. And what happened? Alone and frightened in the bush. Frightened means dar gayi, frightened in the bush. Then the teddy was worried about Chuk. He said to all toys, Chuk hasn't come back. We must try to find it. What happened when the Chuk was in the bush, and the other toys were thinking that Chuk has to come back. So all were worried about her. Mittu the parrot said, "Why should we worry about Chuk? It doesn't talk to us. Why we will worry? It doesn't talk to us." Then all the toys agreed to look for. Then the teddy said, "Me too, it's true what you say, but I think Chuk is in trouble. Chuk is in trouble. So what happened? We must help it. The Chuk is in trouble, so we must help it. Whenever someone is in trouble, so we have to help." Then all the toys agreed to look for Chuk. They went into the garden, and what happened? To find it, they called out, Chuk, dear friend, where are you?" Suddenly, they heard sobs coming from a bush. They ran towards it and found Chuk lying in it. Daddy and Jumbo pulled it out and brought it back to Rahul's room. What happened? All went to locate where is the Chuk. And when they are going and calling, "Where are you, Chuk? Where are you, Chuk?" Then Chuk started sobbing, crying, and they heard, and they helped her to come out from that bush. Then what happened? Chuk eyes filled with the tears. It said, I'm sorry, I was rude to all of you. Will you be my friend now? Everyone shouted, yes, Chuk, we'll be your friend now. Then all the toys lived happily ever after. That means all lived happily always. So, beta, in this chapter, we have learned that we should not be proudy. We have to help whenever someone is in trouble, and what we have to deal with deal with humble with everyone. Okay, so have a nice day. Bye bye.